Appreciate you hitting the button. Welcome to the How to Hustle podcast with Hype. This is episode 111. You follow me on Instagram and Twitter at I am Hype. It's HYMPE. It's Hype. It's not Hype. I'm not geeked up. Very special guest in the building. This is my guy right here. Introduce yourself to the audience. Reintroduce yourself to the audience.
Hey, I'm CT, part owner of Juneteenth Culture Explosion, creator of it. Starting a new movement here in Atlanta, new movement for the Black race, new movement for our culture.
Back up and let them see the shirt now for those who are watching the video on the E-Block Radio Network. Exclusive video. There's the shirts right there. Merchandise is available. Get at my man. We're going to get into all of that, though, as we get to the episode. Y'all know how this thing works, though. Every Monday, 2 o'clock on the E-Block Radio Network. Every Tuesday, GFT Radio Network at 2 o'clock. Wednesday, 216 The Blend, 12 midnight, 8 a.m., 8 p.m. Then we go Friday, I Say Podcast Radio Network at 10 a.m. And then Saturday, 10 a.m., THC Media. Still wide open on Thursdays and Sundays. Let's make something happen. Now, Custom Hustle on Instagram, Custom Hustle Co. on Twitter. That's my clothing line. It's custom jerseys, jackets, t-shirts, sneakers. We got the spring jackets in for those cold summer nights. You know what I'm saying? Don't just think we're gonna varsity your situation because you don't need that when it gets a little warmer. CT got one, so he already know how these situations work.
Oh, man, dope.
We handle the culture explosion jacket for my man. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, dope.
We still waiting on them photos from CT from the jacket. We still never got those, and we still gonna keep reminding you about
that. That's my apology, but I got you.
But yes, the sneaks are available in any color and any size. Kids, ladies, men, however you need them. They're up to a 14. Jerseys are football, basketball, baseball, hockey, however you need them. We got them for kids, babies, however you want them. We can make them happen. Up to about a 7X, I think it is. I think it's 7X is as big as we go for the big fellas. Big fellas, your drinks are gonna cost a little extra, a little more material and all of that, but you know how the game goes. Sweatsuits, we're working on the shorts too for the summer. I'm saying new things are coming. You know what I'm saying? I'm making announcements as they come along, but I don't announce things until we have them in. But that is at Custom Hustle World on Instagram, Custom Hustle Co. on Twitter. H2H Cleaning is my cleaning company. As you heard CT say, he's down in the A, and if he makes it worth my while, we will slide down there, get his roofing, plumbing, HVAC, carpeting, cleanups, cleanouts, remodeling, flooring, however he needs it. We got all of those situations, you know what I'm saying, on deck. And that is at H2H Cleaning on Instagram only. Now, episode 111. My guy CT, I told CT this, and now things just changed recently. As of this week, you no longer are the number one episode anymore. CT came on the first time and got the most downloaded episode we had ever had. Shouts out to my man Black Paco. Black Paco took over the spot this week. When I checked the numbers this week, Paco just beat you out by a couple of downloads now. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, shout out to him, man. Shout out to Black Paco.
Shout out to Black Paco.
Him, man. Hey, much love. Shout out to you, brother. Shout out to you.
CT held down the spot for a year and some change. You know what I'm saying? So now, this is what we're going to talk to my man about this week. Y'all know this week is Juneteenth. Juneteenth is coming up this week. CT has a whole big situation, as you can see with the shirts, where this episode is all kind of about that situation. So Juneteenth, let's talk about Juneteenth and how we got to the whole situation where you said this needs to be something that we need to shine more of a light on. And y'all started doing that down in the A. Talk to us, CT.
Okay. So in 2020, man, I felt the conviction. And in 2020, we all know we witnessed the death of George Floyd. And, you know, the world was on pause, the world was on stop, and we saw George Floyd being slain just the same way Emmett Till was slain. And at the time, honestly, I did not have that vision. At the time, I was trying to do something totally different. I called one of my partners. I was like, hey, I'm not a protester. Hey, I'm not this. Let's put this curriculum together so we can enlighten our people enough to go about the fight. So just like, I can't say everything because get ready to catch the documentary on Netflix about, I can't even put the years out there, but yes, a documentary is coming. Like a true legitimate documentary, man. Like when I say a true legitimate documentary is getting ready to be produced about all of this. But going back to this, like me, my friends and family, man, up here in Atlanta, man, during the pandemic, it didn't stop us from living. Even though they were like, hey, can't do this, can't do that, we would still come together as one. And it's so unique how we do what we do. And I remember being in the midst, like, hey, we need to celebrate Juneteenth. Forget the 4th of July. And then they called me out on. They were like, "Let's do it." They all chimed in and say, "Let's do it." And like I've been telling people, like it started in the garage. It started in the garage, and I was just so amazed how God blessed so many people to come through and celebrate our true purpose. And like a lot of people don't know, Juneteenth is our Freedom Day. It started in Galveston, Texas, where the Union soldier came to Galveston, Texas, because they were the part of the South that didn't know that, hey, the Union had won the Civil War. And
2 years
so,
before, yeah. Took them 2
mhm.
years. That's the crazy thing about how the world work now. Can you imagine 2 years ago something happened and you ain't even got word yet? I
And
think
the thing about it, like the war had been won. To remember, so the conflict of interest was, I don't really want to say conflict of interest, but we already know everything have a loophole. And we see now how we had to fight for the civil rights every year, the voting right. We had to fight for that every year. Everything in America has a loophole. So the Emancipation Proclamation was signed in September 22, 1862. They had
63, right?
62 when it was signed. See,
Copy
that's
that.
another thing.
Yeah, copy that. Go
Hey,
ahead and
it's
educate us, brother. You know what I'm saying?
a lot of things that people don't know, like it had been signed, but even then, it just like, I'm gonna kind of tie it into right now. So back then, they had the cotton gin that was created. So now, back then, slaves were considered as livestock, just as a horse, cows, etc. They were considered as a livestock. And so now, just like what the use of them when we got this, the cotton gin is coming. We like we really got it. And so it ain't what we think it is. You know, it's so much deeper than what we really know, so much manipulation, so much deception. But going back to that when the Union and the Confederate went to war. Like, hey, let these people go. Even though that wasn't really the whole mission, it really like to push forward to say, hey, we can use the cotton gin and do way more than our manual labor, kind of like how artificial intelligence getting ready to do now. And so with that, they fought for them years. And it was in June 19th, 1865, when the Union soldiers let the people in Galveston, Texas know, like, hey, y'all are no longer enslaved, y'all are free. And so, like, certain parts of the South I already knew, but it just the way how they celebrated in Galveston. And going back to us, like, I don't never want to be like the woke and all like that. It was just like, let's come together in love, faith, and hope and celebrate us by celebrating Juneteenth. Let's put the light on Juneteenth. Let's put the energy in Juneteenth to celebrate and then to get us to do it. Because being in Atlanta, when Atlanta put a stamp on something, it go viral for years.
So let me jump in right here. Um, the first time I talked to you, let the people behind the curtain. Shouts out to the Bruhs podcast, Casey and J Moon.
Shout out to the
Casey
Bro
and J,
Podcast.
I did an episode with them. You was in the comments, damn, I like the episode. I thought this, that, or whatever. This is why I always tell people post it on the page so I can see all of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Now, me and you done sparked our own relationship from that episode, but the first time me and you had that conversation, and the thing that you said that clicked for me was celebrate with a purpose. The reason why celebrate with a purpose clicked for me is because we always look for reasons to just eat, drink, and be merry. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And when you say celebrate with a purpose, that's also educate ourselves on what this situation really was, how all these things really is. Because the sad part about it is everybody don't get this education at home when you're supposed to get it. See, I was a kid who grew up on everybody had to watch Roots. We had to watch Once Upon a Time We Were Colored. We had to watch Amistad. We had to get all the Rosewood. I learned about all of those things at the kitchen table outside of school because school take you to a whole different place. But I was learning all of those things at home. So when I hear these things hit a little different for me. Because most people, it's like they don't. It's like main man in Florida who don't even want to teach you about these things. It's like,
Santos. Hmm.
yeah, he announced he's running for president. We're not voting for you. I can tell you that. Spoiler alert. Um,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it's like let's never hide from the past, no matter what our situations are. We can learn from the past, we can educate ourselves from the past, but we also need to know what happened. We need to know what was there. We need to know how we got here. You need to know the origin story of these different situations. And these are the things that like people just try to shy away from. They don't want to tell their kids about it because it was bad and all of that. But you can't appreciate good if you never had bad. And
Correct.
That's why I said though, the first time I talked to you about it, and you said celebrate with a purpose. That's what made me go, oh no, I gotta work with this dude because he's not
Mhm.
just on the type time of, hey, let's just have another reason to get drunk in June, like, which is
That
what which is what most people go to. So go. I wanted to salute you for that. First of all, I wanted to salute the bros for hooking up the situation. You know what I'm saying?
yes,
But then I wanted to salute you though for having that always in the mission statement. When you talk to people, when you do these interviews, and you always tell people with a purpose. That is the important part that I didn't want to gloss over and act like it was just a statement made, a fly by night type statement. No.
Hey man, thank you for that. And I want to give praise to the Bro Podcast. I want to give a praise to you and How to Hustle Podcast. I want to do that because you all gave me a platform to just share what it is I have. And thank you for highlighting Celebrate with a Purpose. And the whole angle that me and our team and we move as one and we are one, and that we doing is that you are the purpose. I am the purpose. The whole black race and its culture is the purpose worth to be celebrated. And just like I said on the Ugly Money podcast, we are people that overcome. When you can overcome so much that thrown at you, you're worth celebrating. When you can be a creator, an innovator, like we said last time, look at hip hop. Nobody wanted to touch hip hop, but hip hop is still striving. It is still striving, and it ain't died. Disco died.
Mhm.
Punk rock died, but hip hop is still going. And just like you see now, even like this, we giving a tribute to this. Like we honoring 50 years of hip hop, even like with this. But going back to it, we always been God people, and even
Hold up,
like
hold up, hold up. Since you went here, this is something that I want the people to know because I didn't know this, and even like I said, Custom Hustle did the jacket, and I didn't know your logo. Since you brought up the hip hop angle with this,
yeah,
people see the four heads on the logo and like, well, I just thought they was generic dudes until I heard you go through the story there. So
yeah,
since you turned to hip hop already, we call that a segue in the business.
yeah,
Lead
yeah,
us now through the logo because we're gonna have the logo obviously up for the people visually
yeah.
on the Instagram page that week. That way they'll be able to see all of that. But
Hey,
tell us about the logo for Culture Explosion.
man, it basically traces of greatness. And everybody that's in that logo, when it came about, God gave it to me. I was sitting in the classroom for those people that know, I'm an educator as well too. I teach personal fitness and health and also certified to teach social study, aka history. And so when I was sitting there, I think the first logo that my man created for me, that's my little brother, my mentor son. I got a big check coming for him. I got a big check waiting for him. I'm big on gratitude. I'm big on gratefulness, and I'm big on somebody partnering and playing to something. But going back to the logo, I remember he sent it. The first one that he sent over, I was just like, I don't want that. It got to be something different. We saying this is a cultural explosion. It got to be something different. So I'm sitting there and God gave it to me. Yahweh gave it to me. He was just like, when I saw it, I'm like, I'm saying Pop. I'm saying Nip. I'm saying Chadwick. I'm saying DMS. All of these things coming because, like, once again, shout out to Juneteenth ATL. They've been doing this since 2012. Shout out to them. You know, but our angle was never to harp on solely African heritage. Nothing wrong with that, but it was just like, as a people, we were celebrating. But going back to them and the logo, their traces of greatness, each one of them represented something that was so valuable to our culture. And when I say culture, a lot of people they loosely use the term culture and they don't understand what culture is. Culture is a custom, a belief, behavior, and everything that we embody. Even
A
just like
way
when
of
it comes
life.
to the way of life. Because just like a lot of people, that's why I said, let me go in detail what culture is. You know what I'm saying? A custom of belief, behavior, and the way we act in our tradition and our beliefs. And so even the way we celebrate is different. The way we celebrate is so contagious, but people hate that they can't celebrate the way we do. They want to monetize and they want to try to standardize. Just like we said, you don't have to standardize yourself to anybody when you are the blueprint. But they prostitute it they capitalize off it, but they want to make you feel bad for being who you are. And that's what we come with, like, nah, love who you are, appreciate who you are, respect who you are, do it out loud. So going back to the logo, that mirror of the logo, look at Pop. Pop embodied everything that was in him. I once heard a prophet say, when you go to the grave, do you want to go to the grave empty or you want to go to the grave full? Pop went to the grave empty. Nipsey Hussle went to the grave empty. Chadwick Boseman went to the grave empty. DMS went to the grave empty. They gave all of themselves what most people are scared to do.
And the crazy part about the logo now is you didn't even think about that part that they all ain't even here no more. I never
Mm-hmm.
even thought about that. Well, at the time they wasn't all just dead at the time, but now that you think about it, those four individuals are people who had a strong impact on the community, the culture, and the explosion of the situation. So salute to you for the play on words and for the subliminal messaging in there. You got to be paying attention to catch all of that.
Yeah, you really do. And that's why we did. And then shout out to E Hub on the set. He's an artist as well. I'm gonna send him your way. And he is gonna be on that J. Cole level when people realize like he got something so authentic. He got something so authentic, man, that I don't even think the world ready for, but he got something that's great. And I'm sending
So,
him your way.
well, this is what we do here on the How to Hustle podcast. One, you already know if you stamped him, then we can make something happen.
Yeah.
Two, though, when we shout people out, we let them know we only accept 5 stars here on the How to Hustle podcast. Fine. You know what I'm saying? And we'll be expecting those 5 stars in the comment, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
when he subscribes. But now, this year, we got Culture Explosion. This year is happening on the 17th, June 17th. Let the people know where they can get their tickets, where we at, what we doing, how has we evolved and grown this situation since 2020. Talk to us about all of that.
So first of all, they can get their ticket at on Eventbrite. The direct link is jce.eventbrite. My bad, jce2023.eventbrite.com. And then also we got a website that they can go to as well too, jce2023.com. They can go to that as well too.
Let's pause right here again. Let's not gloss over. Yeah, we got a website. You know what I'm saying? You sent me the joint, and I was like, damn, bro, I didn't know we was doing it like this. You know what I'm saying? Salute to that. You know what I'm saying? We went from, like you said, we started in the garage and now we got a site. Let's not gloss over these steps. We only 3 years later, bro.
Yeah.
So don't just
Yeah.
run over them things like they basic steps, bro. That's 3 years of work. That's 3 years that we went from the garage on the grill. I'm assuming we in the garage, we on the
Yeah.
grill.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know
We was
what
on
I'm
the
saying?
grill. Yeah, we on the
You know what I'm
grill and
saying?
frying fish
Yeah,
too.
I already know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So to go from
Yeah.
there to now, we 3 years later, we got a site and we got the link that you can hit to get your tickets and all that. My bad. I ain't mean to step on you, but I don't want you to gloss over these steps like they minute steps, bro. What was we
Yeah.
talked about last year? Me and you, private conversation, and I said, well, damn, what was the turnout like? And you told me, and I said, bro, that's people who paid money to come and see what you had going on with an idea that you came up with. Don't never gloss over that. If I sell one ticket, then that means one person gets the vision.
Right.
And salute to that one person.
You're right. At the same Matthew, faithful servant, you have been thankful over few. Now I'm gonna make you rule over many. You're right. And you know, you was and I thank you for doing that. And man,
My
my
bad though,
spirit,
because yeah, my bad again because I jumped in, but I had to jump in with that
no,
because
I
I didn't
love
want you to gloss over that. But now, still, talk to the people about where we at this year on the 17th. How can they get their tickets? Where can they get their tickets? Where are they pulling up? Who's in the building? Give us all of that.
man. So I'm gonna say this for those that might not make it this year, even though we're gonna be so many more to come, even after we are gone. This ain't the one that you want to miss, man. When I say it's really about to be an experience and a show. For one, how many people can say they went to an event where they have a live musical game show going on that are actually about the culture? Like, it's going to be a mixture of in living color and wilding out going on at the same time. Like, when I say that, like with Oscars Wars Live, the host Jay Dukes, the DJ 7 Trey, DJ Smeezo, and then they like, oh my God, like we're about to embody everything about the culture. Like they're going to be in the building. They gonna want to be on time for when that start, because they don't want to miss the roller coaster ride that we going. No, it ain't no roller coaster. When you
You
go
don't want to
up,
miss
we
the
stand
explosion.
up.
You don't want to miss the
That part,
explosion.
because they're gonna explode. All of them people in one building, they're gonna explode, man. And it's just amazing how God put everything together. So Oscar War Live gonna kick it off. And then first of all, for those in the A that remember Club Opera is now named Domain Atlanta. Look here, we got we got a big stage. They're gonna house all these people. We even got badges made. Like only certain people, select few people this year, gonna have all access pass. And that most of performing DJs, managers, media team. Oh yeah, get ready for the YouTube clip. They're getting ready to come up, but I'll talk about that some more.
That's
Yeah.
talk heavy, bro. Go ahead. You know what I'm saying?
So yeah, we actually got shout out to our media team, UC Royalty, Brandon and marketing coming. Shout out to them. Shout out to Brandon B. And, he the bros, he the noob. Shout out to the bro, doing what they do. So they got a videographer on us. So we got something going on too that I can't go into in depth with that now, but I put it to just like this. Atlanta getting ready to stand up with us. Like,
That's cool. We'll dive into all of that on about episode 130, 135 or something.
say,
We'll bring you back and
I'm always coming back.
we drop a little
Always.
bread. We drop a little breadcrumbs. We call that a tease in the
There you
business.
go.
You know what I'm saying?
See, shout out to you. You the GOAT. You know what you're doing. Shout out to you.
Paid,
And
paid
so,
talent. Paid talent, baby. You know what I'm saying? It's not just the
hey,
hashtag. That's a way of life. You know what I'm
hey,
saying?
yeah, that part right there. And so, not only that we got Oscar War Live, but then we had Domain Atlanta. That's in the heart of Atlanta. That's in Midtown. So just like you said, we started in the garage. Went from the garage to event center. Went to event center to somebody taking over an old famous building in Atlanta that's off on Old National. Old National, one of those highlight landmark when people come to Atlanta too. And we've been there. And now for 2023, 2024, 2025, we had Domain Atlanta. But the thing about it, that's about to be the home, but not also that for 2024. We got 3 events going on in 2 days. It's already in the work. God already stamped an improvement. It's finally here. It's
All right,
finally
so
here, man. Hey, remember what I told you? It's finally here.
I'm about to say, all right, so wait, let's
Yeah,
clap it up for
hey,
that.
it's finally here. Like keys and everything. Like it's finally here. But going back to that, so man, when I say like the lineup is so crazy, we got Oscar Awards live. But not only that, I want to highlight this.
What time are we starting? We haven't hit that. So the people know they want to get there and
Man,
make sure they're there on time. What
they
time we
need to be
start?
there. They need to be there at 6 p.m.
Copy that.
They need to be there at 6 p.m. That's all I'm gonna say. They need to be there at 6 p.m. When I say we left no stone unturned. When I say we left no stone unturned, whatever God gave us and showed us, we follow his order. We left no stone unturned. And like, man, we are doing everything unapologetically and we're being who we are allowed and we giving it. And when I say I can't wait till you all see the footage from this, and you're gonna be like, man, it's gonna be like this the biggest family reunion I ever been at. Because our people come together in love, faith, and hope. Being who we are. Nobody not worried about what you're doing, but man, that it's just like that one aunt they're gonna show out, even if that aunt is not sober. But even then, but like it's just the fact that that aunt, do your thing. I'll be offended if you won't be you. And so it's gonna be great people coming together for a great time. But going back to the full lineup, y'all forgive me. But going back to this young lady. I taught this young lady in high school. I think it was her junior year. She was one of my students. But and it's so crazy. Juneteenth Cold Explosion. She was just on a movie, the star of the movie on Paramount Plus on the come up. Sanaa Lathan directed it, met the man with the other star been there, and she held that role down. Shout out to Raspity that wrote a lot of the battle line thing. But you all
Copy
want to know?
that.
Yeah. Jamila C. Gray is the special guest host of Juneteenth Culture Explosion 2023. She the special guest host. And man, I love her and I respect her so much. And I'm like, shout out for doing your teacher face. You're just like, for you, I'm there. And she's and as a matter of fact, Paramount Plus actually let our school watch the movie before it came, a week before it came out.
Get y'all
And so,
get y'all an exclusive sneak peek. Copy
yep.
that.
And she came through and she did this and that. And so, she spoke when she came through, we chopped up, we hugged, and I was just like, hey, I got some. Cause I've been like, what I'm doing now, my students been called it. Cause they used to always say, how long are you gonna be here? I did not know what they mean, but they were just like, you got something so great beyond your wall. But she is the special guest host. And not only that, but we also got that baddest man in Atlanta, but he's the most humble person that you can meet. Very humble. Scratch Master DJ Popo, my bad. Triller versus top 8 resident DJ, Scrap Master DJ Popo.
There you go. You got to get the whole handle correct. There you go. You know
And
what I'm
I had to
saying?
and he always okay, every time we do it, he always like, I'm there. Just like we talked a month ago. I said, hey man, we got the whole stage set for you. He looked at me and said, I'm ready. When this man is so humble, but he a beast at what he do. Killer Mike already said it. Candy of Escape had already told him, if I would have knew you about 5 to 10 years ago, you would already be a millionaire. And look how God worked. He's already like versus is getting ready to set up that top 4 DJ belt, and I already know he gonna win it to get that $1 million salary. He's getting ready to do that, but he also DJ for 107.9. For him to say, I'm not doing birthday bash and I'm doing y'all event, that's powerful. And
Yeah,
birthday
that's
bash been a
crazy.
staple in Atlanta for a minute.
Yeah, his birthday bash is like Powerhouse for us. So
Yeah.
yeah, you know what I'm
Yeah. He
saying?
said, I'm doing y'all thing. He said, I'm doing it. He said it just like he said, I'm done. He said, I'm ready. And I told him, I said, man, when you come on, so let me say like this. For every person that I'm naming today, before they hit the stage, it's an LED screen in the building. Their picture going to be up there. Their accolades going to be up there. And there's going to be flames coming from the stage to highlight each performer and guest. And there are going to be artists popping up, up and coming artists. Just like us, we started,
Couple
we
of
highlighting them artists.
here you go, couple of surprises. You ain't gotta give everything away right
Yeah.
here. You know what I'm saying? You want the folks who to purchase the tickets to get a little special situation. I understand that completely.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Couple things that I want to hit on. One, like I say, because me and you been having these conversations for years now, and you said we start in the garage, and now we got a 3-year commitment. Salute to that, bro. That's me texting you.
Yeah. I know.
Salute, salute, salute to you for that one. I love to see the joy on your face when you talk about that.
Yeah.
I love the excitement in your voice, and the thing that you're hitting on that I love is you continue to highlight. This is something that me and you have we've had 100 conversations,
Yeah.
but this is a conversation that me and you had where how can I get us and we? The things that you are saying is about we doing this or for us to do, and that's the part that I love. Is the part that yeah, we putting in all of this work, but I'm also not doing this stuff just so that I can say that it's just me or so that I can shine the light on myself and so that we can move this thing forward for us so that we can try to help our culture move forward for us. This the stuff, these are the little things that are in there that if you're not paying attention, then you're not catching. Like,
Yeah.
and these are the things that are tent poles in my, these are the things that are stabbing me that are going, he said that, noted. He said that, noted. Those are the things that I love to hear. And those are the things that you have been since the first time I talked to you. This is why I bang with you so heavy. This is why, no, we got a whole episode just to talk about your situation and what you got going on. And I told you, man, one of these, I got to get down here, but my
Yeah.
daughter's birthday is the 17th. All right. We
Guys.
talked about the shutdown. My youngest daughter was born during the shutdown on the 17th of June. Happy birthday. I know she's not listening. She's 2. Well, she's
Yeah.
3 now.
Yeah.
My bad.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's her birthday, so I know I can't make it down there. But we going to have to situate something one of these years,
It's
one of
coming.
these occasions for me to get there. But, bro, I'm proud of you. Uh, I love the progress that y'all are making down there, the work that y'all putting in. You already know if you call me, if you need whatever, if
Mhm.
I can make it happen, I'm gonna make it happen. Because I can press play for not even being there. That's not bragging. That's just hard work. You know
No,
what I'm saying?
that
And
facts.
you know what I'm saying. Another thing that I wanted you to recognize too, and the things that you're saying, cuz ain't going to birthday bash because he coming to your situation. One of your students reaches back and says, "No, you need me there. I'm there." Your students are saying to you, "We know that you're not going to be here for long." I want you to recognize this, and it's not. Don't feel bad about taking a bow about this situation. One of my favorite joints Yo Gotti had was, "Can I speak out? Can I think out loud? And can I tell myself I'm proud?" All right. The best thing you can have is a good name. And the thing that you're highlighting there again is saying without saying it is your name is good, your effort is good, your intentions is good. So the people recognize that. The people are telling you, "No, salute, and I got you if you need me." Don't ever gloss over that too. Don't ever look at like you ask somebody for something and it's like, "I don't want to be begging these niggas. I don't want to be asking these niggas." No, because if you come in with a good name, ain't nobody looking at it like that. They like, "Oh no, cuz need me. What's the situation?" If they're decent, genuinely, if they're genuine people as well, if they really trying to grow again for us, for we, for our culture, for our situation, if they're trying to do that, then they hear you say, "Yo, I need this, that, or whatever from you," and they all for it.
Mm-hmm.
So again, don't never feel bad about patting yourself on the back. Don't never look at that crowd that's going to be down there on the 17th and say, "Yeah, but we could have sold X amount more tickets. We could have did this better. We could have did that better." Because you got to remember, 3 years ago we was in the garage hoping that the fish grease didn't pop up too far and
Yeah.
hit nobody. All right, let's not forget where we came from and where we are at right now. Take your time, stand there on the stage, close your eyes, and go, "Damn, we doing it. We ain't did it. We doing it." So
Mm.
big shout out to y'all. Like I said, man, anything y'all need from up here, any buttons you need me to press, bro, you already know what it is. One more time before we let you go, to let the people know where to follow you, give them all of the information. And you said we got some things we can't announce yet. So we're
Yeah.
going to have to
Yeah.
get you back on so that we can announce those things once the announcements start announcing.
Hey, book it. That's all I say, book it. Um, June 17th, Saturday. Doors open at 6 p.m. Domain Atlanta. Juneteenth Culture Explosion. Third year officially, unofficially 4 years. You can get the tickets at Eventbrite, jce2023.eventbrite.com. You can go to the website, jce2023.com. You can get at me on Instagram, d.entertainer09. Same thing on TikTok, d.entertainer09. Facebook, Corey E. Thomas. Snapchat, d.entertainer09. And it's going to be a spectacle. It's going to be the time of everybody's life. Like, we about to come together in love, faith, and hope. Man, the team and myself, them brothers stand beside me. Man, they best friends. I grew up one of them. Like, first of all, thank God it won't be possible without God. And just by you saying that, man, I've been in total praise starting on Friday, leaving my image consultant because he much more than a barber. That's like a brother too. I call him image consultant, but I also call him a brother. A lot of time, man, him sitting in that barbershop, we let the Holy Spirit have his way. And man, I just went in the moment leaving. I just started praising God. I don't know what holds on the 17th, but it's gonna be big, but I'm already just been crying and just giving God thanks because what you said, the confirmation, brother. Even like this morning, it started on Friday, but this morning I woke up the same way, just in praise. But what you said is right because God about to blow our mind. And the thing about it, it ain't for me, it ain't for the team, it's for the people because somebody need that love, somebody need that leg up.
It's for the culture.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
It's for the culture, not to make it, it'll all tie in type situation, but that's what it really is.
it
Like
really
it's
is.
for the culture.
You're right, because somebody need to be there that just like that's on their way, but just need to be in an atmosphere where there's love, where there's faith, where there's hope, where there's good cheer, where there's good joy, because you just never know. Because reflecting back to when I was on the Ugly Money podcast, I never know Nietzsche was gonna ask me that, and it just made me reflect back because I was that brother that just needed a leg up. Even just like now, I'm not in the world eyes, I'm not tailor made, but in God eyes, He already tailored me and the people that He blessed me to be with for this. Because them brothers that stand side by side with me, I thank God for blessing them to be right here with me because I'm nothing without the people around me. And it's just like, man, you were talking about relationship is everything, brother. You always feel
Relationships,
it. And you
relationships are how we make any of these things work, bro.
that part.
If the relationship is 2 3 year olds,
Hmm.
the connection is the where do you connect, where do you meet on this, what level do you meet, which level do you connect, what is the common ground, and do y'all both have the same type of ideals and things in mind? Now
Yeah.
those ideals and things are a little different as kids because it's just let's play with the blocks, eat the blocks, and all those different type of things.
Yeah.
But you saying hours away, states away, we grew up differently, we speak differently, we got different faiths, all of those different things, but it's your mindset, it's your mentality, it's your outlook. Those are the things that I loved about you through the phone. And we never even physically met in person yet. But
True.
like I
True.
said, I'm the type of person who I want to give you those flowers while you can smell them. I don't want to have to post this picture of you when you ain't here no more and saying, damn, that was my man, and I thought this and I thought that, and I never told you none of that. That's why I continue to harp on take that bow, smell those flowers, receive those flowers, accept that pat on the back, and don't never let nobody feel like you shouldn't do that because like you bragging or you talking. No, I tell people you can Google my name because I work hard for that to be something there for you to Google. You know what I'm saying? You want people to be Googling Culture Explosion and seeing all the things that you got going on, and you got all of these different things lined up. And always remember, we started from the garage to you can Google me. You know what I'm saying?
You're right.
Situation, bro, and don't never let nobody demean that. Uh, CT, bro, I appreciate you coming on. That's episode 111 of the How to Hustle podcast behind. We are